and we'll go through some kudos right away. And Becca, if you are on the line, I just sent you a message wondering if you are able to do a demo of the Adobe, sharing the Adobe workspaces that you sent me the info on today, or if we should hold off and do that another time. That's just fine. Just shoot me a little message here. All right, we've got lots and lots of kudos since it's been so long since we've shared, so we'll whip through some of these. This is a nice sports page by Lucas. This was for Alexandria. I like the play of the photos there. We've got a business page by Mark. Nice footprints here, Mark. I like that.
The pink from the dog's collar.
Yeah. Excellent. This is one of Megan's pages. This is a forum page. I like the all the pull quotes pulled out here, pulled out from the players. That's a cool treatment. We've got a page by Lauren here. This is a forum life page. They're putting on the Heathers at Margot North. My youngest son is playing in the pit orchestra. I know you guys all wanted to know that. So nice page by Lauren here. One of her first shares in the kudos. So. Sports page by Cole. This is a Grand Forks page. And nice bar through here. Seeing here. Oh, it's the floor. I thought there was a blue bar through the page, but it's the color of the floor there. Nice play of the photo though. And nice use of that dead space there. Here's one from Paula. This was a special section for Grand Forks. Generations. Oops. And it's a tab. So nice use of the shape there. This is one by Tanner, who noted that our font looks an awful lot like the Lion King font from the Disney posters, so he made use of that. So I think that was a cool treatment there. Oh, we got that one twice, it looks like.
They really liked it.
I really liked it, yes. This is one by Cole for the Herald. And another really just nice clean page here. It looks like we've got a story and sidebar here, so that was a good way to work it around this front page ad. Here's one by Cindy. This is one for the Hudson paper. Nice image here. I don't know if Cindy created that or not, but nice treatment. This is one by Addie, and that's for Mitchell, a sports page. I'm really liking the how she pulled the black from behind the flag and then extended some black down here to really make that photo pop. Nice centerpiece there. This is one from Angie for Mitchell, front page. I thought that was a nice use of the color from this gal's top. She pulled that into the headline. Good looking page. This is one from Cindy as well. This is
Cindy D.
Oh, from Cindy D. Yeah, from Cynthia. So this is let's see.
Red
Red
Wing.
Wing page. Nice use of a black and white photo. It's like a colorized photo, and I'm assuming that it probably came like that. I know band photos often, they often like to do some funky stuff, so I'm assuming it came like that. I don't know, maybe she did the colorization here, but I like how she pulled that color from the image out into the headline and pull-out box and drop cap here. This is one of Megan DeHonik's pages from Red Wing. Got a Wizard of Oz going on there, it looks like. Nice photos. I also like the butterflies up in the teasers here. This is another one from Megan. It's a Sun Country page. Just letting that photo do its thing. I like that. Here's one from Brandon for Worthington. Nice Thanksgiving teaser, or not really a teaser, but nice flag treatment for Thanksgiving there. This is one of Rob's pages. Rob wasn't able, he was doing his proofing last Monday when we were all doing our Tuesday pages, so he didn't get to do Purim like he usually does, so I threw this at him, and he ran with the Wilmer all area sport football team, so nice work on that, Rob. This is another one from Cynthia Duffy, Cindy D. Nice cutout treatments here up in the flag, and this gal making the shot here down cut out there. Also a nice use of the color from the team's jerseys, so. This is a great one from Bob that we all were enjoying here in the Fargo office. I don't think it gets any better than just a page full of deer butts. That's it's pretty rare that you get to do that, so nice work with that, Bob. I like that. This is one of Amy's for the Bemidji Pioneer. That's a great photo, and so she really played it up well. Amy also has this, this is for the Eastern Observer, which had its last publication this week. I don't know, I can't remember if I've told the whole group, but the two Duluth weeklies, Eastern Observer and Western Weekly, are joining beginning next week. They will be the Weekly Observer, so there will be one publication there instead of two. So this week's was the last one of the separate newspapers. This is one of Addie's in for a Duluth front page. Really nice centerpiece treatment. The treatment, I feel like, fits the topic there really well. All right, I think that's all of them. All right, Becca, are you ready to, are you able to screen share so that you
Sure.
can do a tutorial? Becca's going to talk a little bit about, well, you can probably tell us better, but saving your Adobe workspaces. And I think I need to stop screen sharing and then she can?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Becca.
And then you have to click on her.
Oh,
Alrighty.
okay.
So that it shows on the screen.
There we go.
If you want to close that chat window so the whole screen is what she's showing.
All right, we can see your screen now.
Can you? Okay.
Yep.
So, if anybody else is like me, you like things in a certain place on your screen depending on whatever, software you're in. So in Photoshop here, I have all of our actions down the right-hand side, but then I also like characters and all the different layers. So you can go, and I'm sure most of you know this, but you can go in and you can save how that all looks. So we go to Workspace, and I have mine called Photoshop Millennium Falcon, because I like Star Wars. So I had to think of something, so that came up. So I was wondering, because the day after Thanksgiving, I am normally stationed in Brainerd, but I was celebrating with family in Duluth, and it was suggested that, hey, might as well just work there on Friday, so I didn't have to come back to Brainerd. And so I was trying to figure out, how do I save these? Because I know that would make everything so much easier when I'm in a foreign place if my desktop or my software was all set up the way I usually have it. So I figured out how to save in Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator the workspaces for each of those, so that you can save them and then install them on the computer, or not install, but import them to whatever computer you go to. So that's where obviously, so what you want to do first is make sure you have it exactly how you have it, whatever program you're in, and then go to Workspace and then save, or New Workspace. And I'll go over this quick, but it's really, not really detailed, but it's repeated throughout all Photoshop, InDesign, and Illustrator what you do. So I went and I found on my computer where the actual workspaces were saved. So what you have to do for each software is go in and copy this folder and save it into another folder, so that you can eventually save it or upload it to your Google Drive. So here, I copy this, and I said to make a new folder on your desktop and name it Adobe Workspaces. And then within there, because all the workspaces are called workspaces, so you don't accidentally copy over them, then you'd make another folder that says Photoshop, and InDesign and Illustrator. So then what you do is just go in here and paste it. So then once you do that for each of the three, or whatever program you want, then you take this folder and then you can upload it into Google Drive, so that when you go to your new wherever, say, because I'll go back to Duluth someday, so when I go there, I can go into my Google Drive and then I can download this onto the screen, or onto the desktop there, and I can open it up, and I can take this folder and I can copy it into the folder that is already established on that computer, so that when I open up my Photoshop, that everything is already, my workspace is already there, that I can do that. I can already have it there. So that's basically how it happens. I have it more detailed for each one, because not all the folders are named the same. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. That's what I came up with, because I thought that'd be easier for anybody who is kind of finicky about how their screen's set up, like I am.
Awesome.
This is going to come in handy because several of you will be getting new computers at the beginning of the new year. So you can have your stuff set up how you want, save that workspace, put it into your Google Drive, and then once you get your new computer, you can install it on your new computer, so you don't have to spend time rearranging your setup. You can just get this file and have it all set up again. So
That's
then
awesome.
it'll be change, but not so much change.
Well, and, Becca brings up a good point that, we've got a few people who have been working in different offices because of holidays and such. And that is an option, if you guys are traveling for holidays and would like to maybe not have to head home quite so quickly after a holiday or something, or want to make a long weekend of a trip or something like that. Let us know, because there's a lot of times we may be able to find you a spot in one of our other offices, especially in particular the offices where there are already designers. And so we might be able to accommodate that. We just need a little bit of time, a little heads up from you guys so that we can work it out with the editors and such. So let us know if you have stuff like that coming up. So I just wanted to run through a few things to let you guys know about. I'm gonna pull up my page track here and see if that.
Nope.
Oops. Oh crap.
It can't
All right.
already. It's the back one.
Sorry. Incompetent. All right. So.
Okay, I think you have to go back
Okay.
while you're joining in.
All
Yep,
right.
and then you'll have to screen share again.
All right. Get back to you guys here. All right. Going into page track, we had a question the other night. Oh, this is going to be painful. We had a question the other night about how to look at a page from the, that had already been approved. Wanted to look at an old page or a revision of a page without unapproving it. Because once you unapprove a page, then it's back into your folder or somebody else's folder, and trying to see or trying to deal with that. Please, thank you. So I'll show you guys quickly how to look at different revisions of a page. Sometimes that's handy as well. So here you'll see if a page is in a queue and it's had revisions, sometimes, if it hasn't been actually opened and resaved, it won't have any revisions. If it does, you're going to see them. You can download them or get the latest InDesign file and download that and look at it. And that you can do without actually opening the page. So sometimes if I just want to peek at a page without actually opening it and having to either check it out or then go back and abort it or whatever, I'll just do that to see what the status of it is. There's also, if you go into admin and view the page info, let's look at a page from today's forum. So here you can see different revisions of a page. So here's one that Sarah worked on last night. Here's all of our different revisions, and you can get that last InDesign file. That would be the one that was sent off to the press. And so you could download that without actually unapproving the page and getting it back in the system. If you do unapprove, we can get rid of it without actually sending it to the press, but this is an easier way of dealing with that, so that you can.
Hey, Erin, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but nobody
not
can
at all.
hear you.
Oh.
on the computers.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna probably have to start over.
Okay, well, thank you for letting me know. All right, sorry about that, everybody that's listening through Hangout instead of through the phone. So just a quick recap here. If you're looking for, if you wanna see a page, maybe you're missing a folio that should be on the page and it wasn't placed there. So you wanna grab the one from yesterday or last week or something. You can go into the admin. All of you guys won't have the, this third column, only we managers have that, but you all have admin, status. So you can go into this place or view page information, select your publication that you want and the day that you want. Go into here and you're going to be able to go into the revisions and get that last InDesign file. You could go to older ones if you wanted. If you wanted it like what it looked like when it was empty, you could grab that first version. That'll work too. Also, oops. If you ever, occasionally you might want to see, once in a while we check out a page and then we forget that we have checked it out and we wonder who the heck has our page open. And this is a good way to see who's got your page open. This is your tracking of who's been in and out of every page. And so if it shows that you are the one who has it open right now, you know that you can either abort it or go digging trying to find where you checked it out to. But that's a good spot to know about as well. All right, so just a couple more quick things. I had an editor who asked that we be careful when we're placing our plug ads so that they do not conflict with paid ads. We had somebody used a Cars HQ plug ad right under a car dealership ad, and so the car dealer was unhappy about that. So I know that occasionally we might have an issue where an ad might still be a missing box, so we may run into places where we just have no idea that was a conflicting ad. But just take a second to look at the ads around where you're plugging, just so we don't upset advertisers since they are the ones paying our bills. So just do your best on trying to avoid conflicts like that. This is probably something that many people know, but I did not, and so I thought I'd bring it up. The Duluth group, so that is Duluth, the weeklies, which now are combining into the Weekly Observer, Lake County, and Cloquet. They run their obit photos on the left side of their obits if they're 2 columns instead of the right side. I just found that out yesterday. I had no idea. The designer who was working on the page didn't realize that. So just a heads up. It has something to do with some sort of glitch with their billing and placement of their obits. So leave them on the left side when they come in on your page like that.
I don't think any of us in Duluth knew that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, apparently that, so do they come onto the page on the left-hand side? Or are they
I don't know,
coming in?
I've never looked. I'm gonna have to look now.
Okay. Yeah, it's, Cindy Duffy happened to have a page for Lake County yesterday, and it, came in with the photos on the left, and it was goofy because the runarounds hadn't been done properly, so it wasn't wrapping right. And
sure.
And so she questioned it, and production said, well, yeah, they're always on the left-hand side, and she and I both had no idea. So I guess it's new to us. So.
I'm opening that page right now just to see.
Okay. All right. And then the last thing that I've got for you guys is we have been running into an awful lot of overtime, and we've got to get it under control. When you guys are getting to the end of your week, you know, that last day, be sure to be looking at your punches for Ascentus and figure out how much time you've got left. I think a lot of you probably feel like you need to actually finish a page before you leave, but we need to, the overtime this last pay period was really outrageous, and we honestly just cannot afford it. So, we need you absolutely to be watching your times, figuring out when you need to punch out to hit that 40-hour mark, or if you're, I think we've got a couple who are 30 or 32. Make sure that you're hitting those marks so that we are not getting overtime. It is company policy that overtime has to be pre-approved. That does not mean you tell us after you've got the overtime that, oh, by the way, I had 15 minutes of overtime. You have to tell us beforehand so that we can either approve that overtime, or we say, no, just close down the page and I'll finish it up for you. There may be instances where we say, yeah, we're swamped, I'll give you that extra 10-15 minutes to finish up that page. Please, if you can wrap it up, that's awesome. But a lot of times we managers can take care of it ourselves. So we need you guys to be watching. If it continues to be an issue, there can be written reprimands about it. So really keep an eye on that for us, because it's you guys' responsibility to be watching your own time cards. So, all right, I think that is it. Unless anybody has any questions or comments, I've kept you guys. It's already over half an hour, so I don't want to keep you guys any longer.
Those pictures do come in on the left.
All right.
By the way.
All right. Well, a new thing for all of us.
Fix the glitch.
I know. Yeah, the glitch, it would be nice if they just fixed it instead of having just 4 newspapers who are different than all of the rest. But I'll talk to IS about that at our next managers meeting next week. We'll see if we can get that fixed instead of having this weirdo workaround. So, all right. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Where did Becca say